Hello there, and welcome to your Crystal Seed Tarot October 2025 Love and Relationship Reading number 1. Let's go. Let's shuffle these cards, see what they got to say for you. Reading number 1. Okay, that feels good. Okay, let me just feel this out for just a moment here. Okay, so you've got some kind of intense cards here, but we will figure out what we can do to get past that intensity, hopefully. So here are your cards, past, present, future. So you've got 5 of Cups reversed in the past, 5 of Wands upright in the present, and then 4 of Cups reversed in the future. There's several things that are calling out to me in this reading. So first of all, you have 2 5s, and 5 is that number of change. So in tarot, we've got a lot of 1 through 10 is a chapter of your life. 1's the beginning, 10 is the end, and 5 is smack dab in the middle. So 5 often represents a change point. So in the past, you've got 5 of Cups reversed. When this card is upright, I call it the don't cry over spilled milk card. And that is because he has 3 cups knocked down, but he hasn't lost everything if the card were upright. So the meaning is, don't be so down. You still have something, and you haven't lost all your love, or, you're not completely drained. You may have had a rough time because you do have 3 cups reversed. But you still have 2 upright if it were upright. But this card is reversed. So we get kind of all of the cups are poured out. So when we have an upright cup, we can overflow with love and good feelings and good relationships. But when we have a reversed cup, we're really draining ourselves. We're really giving too much, or the feeling is almost like I can't cry any more tears. So this is an intense feeling card. Since it's a reversed 5, and 5 being the change number, that can mean a couple of different things. Number 1, it can say that in the past there was a negative change in your love life. So maybe you had a rough breakup. Maybe you're still trying to process that and get over it. If you are in a relationship currently, this card would be saying that it's been kind of a tense relationship. At least in the past, it looks like there's some intense emotions going on, and like you're basically pouring yourself out for this person, and really not saving enough for yourself. Or you may not have anybody filling your cups. Maybe you're filling everybody else's cups or filling that person's cups, and they are not returning the favor. So this can also say we need a change. We've needed a change in the past that maybe hasn't happened yet, because we have 5 of Cups reversed, and then we end with 4 of Cups reversed. So it looks to me like there's a status quo kind of situation. So we may need to make a change in our love life that maybe we're resistant to. But let's learn more about what's going on so we can figure out if we can get to that change or not. Presently, you have 5 of Wands. So 5, we're still in that change aspect. Wands are the element of fire, though. So that's going to be your spirit, your energy, your will. It's kind of what fires you up would be my cliff notes, or what's the fire in your belly. So what's your motivation? What do you want to pour your energy into? What kind of gives you energy back? What is your drive? And in this card, we see a lot of people fighting, and you're not sure who's winning. So Wands being fire can also bring up things like anger. Even though Cups are water, love, emotions, and lots of feelings, Wands being fire can mean hot tempers flaring and things like that. we can either have passionate lovemaking or passionate fighting, and we're throwing stuff at each other. So this kind of makes me think there could be some fighting going on. If you're in a relationship, there could be just a lot of intense arguments. Or maybe, you know, one thing that it kind of brings up to me is if you're in a relationship, you're giving too much, and you may be at a point where you're like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to fight for myself, damn it. I'm going to stick up for myself. I'm sick of you taking everything and not replenishing. And I'll tell you, when you're a giver and you decide you're not going to give as much anymore like that, people don't like it. People are like, what? You're not going to keep giving me everything I want or not making me work for it. And that can really lead to some problems. That can lead to some fights, and kind of a power struggle. So if you have been giving your power away too much because you have both the beginning and the end of this reading are reversed cups, meaning you might be giving way too much in relationships. You may be trying to change that right now. So that's why you have an upright 5. I am trying to change myself from giving too much. I'm trying to stick up for myself. I'm trying to say, hey, this is what I need, damn it, or exert my will in some way. And that may not be received well. If you have had, you know, if you're someone who this reading is for, gee, I went through a bad breakup, right now you're kind of fighting to get through that. And to me, it looks like you're kind of exerting a lot of energy and keeping yourself very busy right now. So that can be kind of like, I've gone through a bad breakup and I'm trying to kind of ignore the feelings, and I'm just going to throw myself into whatever I'm doing so that I don't have to think about the stuff that's making me sad. And I get that. We all tend to do that, and sometimes it's helpful to do that. But if this is the meaning for you, what we end with is 4 of Cups reversed. And so that's saying, for as much as you may try to distract yourself or keep yourself busy or throw yourself into other projects so that you don't have to kind of think about things, we are still going to need to process this. You may have been kind of running from the things that are tugging at your heartstrings in a sad way. And when it comes down to it, we are still going to have to do that inner work and reflect on everything and figure out how it is that we came to feel this way or came to be in this situation or allowed others to treat us in a bad way. So 4 should be that foundation number. And if I have 4 cornerstones, I could build a house on it, right? So when we have 4 reversed, that means I've got a shaky foundation. I've got a tripod instead of a 4. And, or it could be that I feel trapped, kind of like the 4 walls of a jail cell. So you could be feeling trapped in your kind of not wanting to deal with the emotions. And guess what? The emotions are going to be there until you deal with them. And we can't just indefinitely ignore them. If this is that you are in a relationship and it has been challenging because you have 5 of Cups in the past and you have been giving too much, and you're trying to change that and say, I'm going to stick up for myself, or I'm not going to give so much, and then that's leading to a lot of fighting, a lot of anger, or maybe you've had it and now you're getting angry, which I applaud you if so. So this may be leading to fighting. You sticking up for yourself may be leading to fighting, may not be being received well. Or you may be kind of just tapping into how angry you are actually about this situation and this relationship. So although we may be fighting for our relationship in some ways, we still have a bad foundation in this relationship. We are still ending with pouring ourselves out. So even though we may have tried to change things, we may not be able to change the dynamic in this relationship. When this card's upright, this guy is a little bored with the cups that he's being presented. But when the card is reversed, you know, it's not just a matter of boredom. It's a lack of fulfillment. And again, feeling very drained and like no one's really filling your cup. So if you continue to stay in this relationship, it may not be the best or the healthiest for you. And you may want to reconsider that. You know, some things we cannot change. We can only change whether we're in that relationship or not. We can't change other people. We can change ourselves. And it looks like you're trying to change yourself. But the dynamics of this relationship may already kind of be set in stone as as far as the other person goes. And you can't change that. You can't change how they work in the relationship unless they want to. So if they're not changing and you need a change, this Four of Cups reversed is saying it's not going to change. So only you can change it. Only you can prevent forest fires, right? or big fights. So I would recommend that you change this. Get to a better foundation. Even if that means that you got to be alone for a while, this is still way better than this. So I urge you to keep sticking up for yourself. I urge you to keep fighting for yourself. And if that's not being received, and if you are not getting what you need and deserve out of this relationship, Tarot's drawing you a picture right now to show you it's going to stay the same in that jail cell foundation. So I wish you the best, and I do hope that you keep fighting for yourself. And if you're someone that has already gone through that relationship and we're just processing, go do the processing. We can't ignore everything forever. We gotta get down to the real deal and find out what's going on in all those dark corners of our heart, stuff that we may want to ignore and not look at right now. It's gonna keep messing with us if we don't. We're going to replay that stuff in a relationship if we don't confront it and address it now. So if that means you got to talk to someone, go to counseling, go to a rage room to get your anger out, whatever it is, go do it. Go take care of yourself, because this feels like stuck emotional energy, and we need to unstick that energy. We need that energy to be flowing so that we can bring new and better things into our life. So, okay, you've got your work cut out for you. I wish you the best of luck. I know you got this, and I will see you next time, okay?